For those of you who have never lit the menorah, or for those of you who need a refresher, here is your refresher. In order to light the Hanukkah menorah, you need a Hanukkah menorah. That is a 9-branched candelabra. You need candles. You need matches. And you need a text for whatever prayers you will be praying. When do you light the Hanukkah menorah? You light the Hanukkah menorah at dusk or at sunset, each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah. The exception to that is on Friday nights, you'll light the Hanukkah menorah before you light the Shabbat candles, and on Saturday nights, you'll light the Hanukkah menorah after Havdalah. So after you light a Havdalah candle or after Havdalah time. In order to set up your menorah, you'll have a candle in the place of the shamish. The shamish, which means servant candle, is oftentimes in the middle of the menorah, but sometimes it can be off to one side or set apart a bit from the other candles. And then the way you load the menorah is you put the candles in from right to left. So just like you read Hebrew, you read from right to left, you put the candles into the Hanukkah menorah starting on your right side as you're facing the menorah. So for those sitting out here, the perspective is a bit different, but from my perspective, when you're standing where I'm standing, you traditionally load from right to left. And then each night, you'll add another candle. So I have hypothetically loaded for the second night of Hanukkah. I put the first candle in on the far right. I put the second candle in to the left of that candle, and so forth each night. Now, when you light the Hanukkah menorah, you'll light in the opposite direction. So you load from right to left, but you light from left to right. That is, you light the newest candle first. So the newest candle sort of representing that particular night of Hanukkah, you're honoring that particular night of Hanukkah first. And so you load right to left, and then when I light, I'll light left to right. So you begin by lighting the shamish candle, and then the shamish candle is used to light all of the other candles, again, after you've loaded right to left, to light the other candles going left to right. So you light the shamish candle, and then some will pray the prayers as the shamish candle is lit in its holder, as you're holding the shamish candle, or as you're beginning to light the other candles. And there are 2 blessings for each night of Hanukkah, which I will sing for us here this morning. So on the first night, and these are the traditional blessings, and you can find these online. You can find these in a prayer book, and you can also find online some messianic additions and inclusions in your Hanukkah lighting each night. But these are the traditional blessings, and the first goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has made us holy through his commandments and has commanded us to light the Hanukkah lights. Second blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who performed miracles for our ancestors in those days at this time. And then on the first night, you add one more blessing. It's the Shehechianu blessing, which we pray on various special holidays and special occasions. And it goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. Then you light that Hanukkah left to right. Don't set on fire any ladybugs that might be crawling on one of your candles. A traditional Hanukkah menorah and the size candles that it takes, those candles will usually burn for about 30 minutes. And while those candles are burning, traditionally, you don't do any work or any labor during that time. You sing songs, you play games like dreidel or other family games, you exchange gifts, you give gifts, and it's just a time of joy. Right after you light and set the shamash candle back in its holder, there are two other traditional recitations. One is called Hanerot Halalu, and it says, we light these lights because of the miracles and the wonders and the deliverances and the victories you, that is God, performed for our ancestors in those days at this time. And it goes like this. Hanerot halalu anu madlikin, Hanerot halalu anu madlikin, al hanisim ve'al haniflaot, ve'al hatishuot ve'al hamilchamot, she'asita lavotenu, she'asita lavotenu, bayamim hahem, bayamim hahem, bayamim hahem, bazman hazeh. That's the first line. And then the other traditional song, as Eli mentioned for us, is Ma'oz Tzor, which the first verse translates to be, refuge, rock of my salvation. To you it is a delight to give praise. Restore my house of prayer, so that there I may offer you thanksgiving. When you silence the loud-mouthed foe, then I will complete with song and psalm the altar's dedication. So a remembrance of the rededication and of God's power there. And let's just sing the first verse together. You can join me for that as you desire and are able. Ma'oz tzor Yeshuati, lechana el leshabeach, tikon beit tefilati, v'sham toda nizabeach, le'et tachin matbeach, mitzar hamna beach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukat hamizbeach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukat hamizbeach. And that is a general introduction to the traditional custom of lighting the Hanukkah menorah. Let's all stand together.